Hey everyone, how's it going? Shuffle's back here with another video, and we are back with another fight of the night. We just got finished a really fun stream. We were waiting for the Cowrick banner, and unfortunately got delayed. So the game is just finishing up patch now, but I wanted to go back and cover a fight that we had earlier tonight during stream. Just a reminder, if you do want to join us on stream, it is twitch.tv/fivefingershuffle, so you can come every single night and watch us do some live RTA. But let's just jump right into this fight because it is a bit of a long one, but I thought it was a lot of fun. So I actually covered a fight against this guy earlier. He's currently ranked 4 in the world. I wouldn't be surprised to see him finish number 1 in the world come the regular season. Him and I always have some really good fights, usually he wins, but recently I've gotten the best of him a couple of times. But I thought this one was a lot of fun, actually, so hopefully you guys enjoy it too. He leads off with Lilius, and I know I have a hard time sometimes dealing with his counter to my speed team, so I have to change it up every once in a while. And if I go with the exact same comp, he'll always win. So I have to try and catch him off guard with whatever I'm doing. Hence me taking so long to make up my decision here as to what I want to do. Keep in mind we were streaming, so I'm also talking to people at the same time, but so I decided to go first 2 picks tanky, mainly because I geared up a unit special for fights like this that you're going to see with my last pick. So we lead off with Maid Chloe and Fallen Cecilia into his Lilius, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I did that because I kind of know what he's going to do next with his sort of semi-bruiser team. So he goes Belena, who I know is really tanky already. And then he goes Avild. So I know he has those 2 units. I know he's going to pick them. It's no surprise at this point. We faced each other probably 20 times already. And he's probably going to take them no matter what, just because they're probably 2 of his better geared units. So I decided to follow up with my Fire Cecilia and my Lilius. I don't remember if I've shown you guys my Fire Cecilia yet or not. I have been using her a lot in fights, but the real surprise comes with our last pick here. I already know what I'm doing. He's never seen my Shere before. As you can see, my poor Shere is only 4-star awakened. But I already know I'm taking him last pick here because I geared him up just for this situation to try and run a tanky team. I assume they're not going to ban him because he's 4-star awakened. And a lot of people don't really see him. So if you're from Summoner's War, you probably have a pretty good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish here. So he goes last 2 picks with Ruel and Bassar. I'm a little worried about that Bassar, and I'm a little worried about the Ruel. I'm kind of torn as to who I want to ban. The Ruel obviously is all of his sustain. He has no sustain otherwise. But on the other hand, that strip would prevent us from putting up defense buff, immunity, shields, our revive buff. It prevents us from doing damn near everything. So I decided to go with the Bassar ban. He bans our Fallen Cecilia, which is actually really important. So the Fallen Cecilia ban obviously over Shere. We decided to give the speed imprint to Cecilia and to Maid Chloe. We could have given it to Alencia, but my Alencia is already relatively fast. So I decided to go with the Cecilia just to try and get the immunity up a little sooner. So there's a lot that happens in succession here. So first of all, the speed imprint actually gives our Maid Chloe first turn, which is kind of nice. We get our attack buff up, we get our immunity up, and we get it all up before she gets to do her nonsense too, which is kind of nice. So instead of using her skill 3, because we have immunity, she uses skill 1. We get an insta counter from our Shere, which pushes our entire team, and we get full next set of turns after that. We go with our skill 3 on Alencia, And his Ruel actually has Idle's Cheer. So that pushes his Vildred back in front of us again, which is kind of funny. This literally goes back and forth for a little bit at the start here. So next turn, his Vildred goes. He's already procced the Mind's Eye on our Alencia, which is really nice. But then he blinds her as well, since she no longer has immunity. And obviously, we're going to go ahead and provoke, which is going to hit that hit the Ruel. But we do get first kill on the Vildred anyway, and he was going to get hit next turn either way. So the Idle's Cheer didn't really come into play on that one. He gets his Revenge, which does a pretty good amount of damage here. And we don't get the Shere Revenge, unfortunately. But we do manage to get a team up there from the Shere, which again boosts our entire team, unfortunately also triggering the Belina Revenge. It's actually kind of good we got a bunch of lag in this fight because it slowed things down to the point where I could actually tell what was going on. So now Ruel uses the Cleanse, decides to use it on the Lilius to keep her at full health, and now we're up on the Shere. So this is actually Shere's first real turn. I just go in skill 1, the Vildred. He decides to use his Cleanse right away, which I don't really know if I agree with. I mean, it does give her closer to her second turn, but we do have immunity, so we can't reduce our attack bars at all. And we get an Insta Revenge as well, boosting us again. Although I think we missed our crit there. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm pretty sure we missed our crit. Alencia has Mind's Eye and goes twice. And just barely sneaks in that kill because she was blinded and didn't crit on either of the blind attacks. So we were lucky to get the kill. We get it revenged again by Belina, because Belina is balanced, of course. And now Belina gets her turn. Thankfully she missed on the Alencia, but she does do a good amount of damage to the other three. Shere just barely hanging on there. And revenging again boosting our attack bar because he managed to crit on the Belina, which is really big. So Chloe goes, we try and get the stun. Of course we don't get it. He does have Proof of Valor on her, so that basically does nothing. We get revenged again for the 10th time by the Belina. And now I'm blinded, but we've got souls, so I decide to go ahead and try and attack the Litica, or the Belina. We do get the revenge, and we get a dual attack, and we get the defense break, but we just barely miss the kill because we had blind on the second one, and we missed our crit because of it. So Belina stays alive. They get a the dual attack from Ruel, which heals Belina a little bit, but we managed to get the kill here. And of course another dual attack from Shere. If you haven't guessed by this point, we do have Rosa on our Shere, which is why he's getting so many dual attacks here and boosting our attack bar so much. So now I know I'm probably going to have to deal with a Belina Revenge upcoming right now. So we're not quite out of the woods yet, but we're not in bad shape anyway because we're going to have our revive again soon too. The biggest issue is dealing with the Belina skill 3 and making sure we can get our revive off without that interfering with us. So here, even though he's got it's going to boost his Belina, we decide to go ahead with our skill 3. We do miss on the Belina, but we land on the other two and reduce the Lilius and boost the rest of our team, so we still end up staying ahead of the Belina either way. She revenges again, killing our Cecilia and landing that defense break on our Alencia. So at that point, I'm kind of worried. I'm like, man, the defense break on the Alencia, we could very well die here. So we try and strip. Worst case scenario, we get our defense buff. Which we do get, and we don't even land the strip on the Belina. The strip wasn't a big deal, but I really did want some damage on there. Her skill 1 goes ahead, kills the Shere. We get a huge stun there from Maid Chloe on the Belina. because she was about to revenge there. So we get to save the revenge, but unfortunately, the Lilius has her cleanse. She triple crits and cleanses the Belena. But we get a Shuri revenge at the same time, boosting our attack bar and triggering the Belena revenge all over again. So all over the place with revenges and re-revenges. It's kind of crazy, but we are at the point now, because we've boosted so much, we're all the way back around to our revive, and we have the Mind's Eye proc. So I'm torn as to whether or not to go for Ruel or to go for Belena. I decide to go for the Ruel. We get a nice dual attack from the Shuri into the defense break, which kills the Ruel, and we get our second turn onto the Lilius, which is really nice. They then, of course, get their dual attack from Belena, which kills their Cecilia, but the Rosa paying dividends, getting that Ruel kill. So she went ahead and used her skill 1. We again get a lucky stun on the Belena. It's 2 in a row from our maid Chloe. Again, that would have been a turn where she would have revenged as well. Probably killing the Shuri, to be honest with you. Although I don't know if she's alive now, I don't know what they do. He tries to go for the provoke and he lands it. That's probably what he would have done anyway, even if the Shuri was dead. A good news for us is that we didn't take the revenge, and now we can boost our attack bar again with him, coming back into another Chloe turn. And with the Chloe turn, we get the team up, followed by another team up, both of which really didn't do anything, but we did get a little bit of attack bar boost from the Shuri, which was nice. And we get another revenge from the Shuri, boosting our attack bar again, back into another Chloe turn. I decided to burn into this, which is a little bit of a strange play, but I wanted to make sure we were healed for when she woke up, because we know that she's going to get a revenge, and it's going to happen instantly. So I wanted to make sure I had enough HP to at least survive that. We go with Valencia's skill 3 to put up the defense buff, do damage to her, and hopefully kill the Lilius. The Lilius pops. She does her revenge, which, because she's on Proof of Valor, even though she lands 2 defense breaks, it doesn't kill anybody. And we have Mind's Eye on our Valencia. And of course, we're back around on our Chloe revive again because of Shuri. So we put that up. And once we get the revive up, he gives us the emote treatment, followed by the surrender. So we get a huge win there, courtesy of Watcher Shuri. We actually have 14 points out of it, and brings us to exactly 2,200, which pushes us back into Legend, which is super cool. Let's pause that. I'm going to switch back over to the game now. Yeah, there we go. So this is going to patch up for us really quick, and I'll show you guys the stats on the Shuri. But yeah, so super neat. I thought it was a really fun fight. I did obviously take some revenge gear and put it on my Shuri along with Rosa. So that's why we got all the revenges and all the dual attacks just constantly over and over and over again boosting our attack bar. So even though he had better gear than us on that team, we ended up making up for it. Obviously we have top tier gear, but we got a lot of Rosa procs and a lot of revenge procs to kind of keep us up to pace with him. So I'm going to show you the gear, and then the Cowrick banner is live, which should pop up now. And I don't have many summons for the Cowrick banner, but we'll do that at the end of this video anyway, just so you guys can see them, just in case we get something crazy.
For me soon.
You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of Cowrick. I'm all for speed-based damage dealers, so I wouldn't actually mind using him. That being said, we're gonna have to see how his damage turns out in a real fight, because the multipliers I don't think are gonna do it justice.
What do I sell? Well, come back soon.
All right, let's go Shere. So you see he is triple S imprint, which is 14 speed imprint, which did help there. Gave our Cecilia a few extra turns, gave our maid Chloe a few extra turns. That 14 speed makes a big difference, especially because my maid Chloe is really fast. So you can see he's on a level 30 Rosa, which increases his dual attack chance by 14%. Um, that means that with the innate 5%, he has a 19% chance to dual attack every single time that I move, which is really nice, especially for him. Gives him a lot of free turns that he wouldn't have otherwise gotten, and you saw those proc in this fight, which was really nice. Um, Also, we've got him on immunity so that he can't get stunned or heal blocked or any of that stuff at the beginning, along with the revenge set. Honestly, he's just tanky. He's HP, defense, HP on the right hand side. That's why he's got 18,000 HP and 1200 defense. Really hard to kill. Almost no speed, only 125 speed, and he honestly doesn't even have enough crit rate. His crit rate's terrible. I need that to be 100%. I just didn't have the gear to get him there. But it is what it is, and it worked. And he wasn't even 6-star awakened, which is kind of crazy. So I might end up putting some more effort into him because I think that worked really, really well. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe gives you guys some ideas as to how you want to use him. One last final note before we do our summons. If you ever played Summoner's War, basically he's the Vertiheel of Summoner's War, right? So that's kind of how I'm using him, and that's how he gets used in Summoner's War is putting him on revenge and just generating a lot of turns for your team. And it was very successful there, and apparently it can still work here as well, which I think is kind of neat. So first, before we jump into that, let's turn to our summons, the new Mystic rotation. So 7 days away. Actually, let's go back because that looked confusing. So 6 days and 21 hours left on Martial Artist Ken, which we already knew. And we already knew Little Queen Charlotte is next. Super exciting. I am very hyped for her. Assuming you guys have already seen her animations, we'll keep this quick. Her stance is kind of funny, but I really like her. She's adorable, and she's really short. Especially like when this animation finishes. Watch how short she is.
Are you ready?
I like it, and her skill 3 is one of my favorite animations in the game already.
Excuse me. But you must be punished. You'll pay for your crimes.
I like it. She's fun. Anyway, I'm excited to get her. I do have 40 summons toward the pity, and I'm only 70 away, so I only need 30 more. I'll be able to get that before her banner is up. And if you didn't notice, she's paired with Oxlots. So anybody that doesn't have Oxlots, this is your opportunity to get him. He will be in the Mystic rotation for the next month. So if you don't have him, make sure you get him. He is one of those units that's almost mandatory in this game right now. And he will make your life a lot easier in Guild War. So, and Arena too, for that matter. So let's just jump into our summons. We only have 79 bookmarks, so I'm not expecting much, but at least we'll get started toward the pity, hopefully. And we'll see what happens. I'm not overly excited about his artifact. I think it's usable. I think a lot of people will like it. Not really my cup of tea, but we'll see what happens. You never know. Maybe I'll end up using it somewhere. Alright, we got our first gold. We got a 4-star artifact. Another ancient book. I'm sure everybody who plays RTA against me will be super excited to see I got another ancient book. Muchacha. Clearing. Another Kiris. Oh, we're one away from that. I don't know why, but I always feel like we get better summons if I collect my transmit stones in between. Alright, we got 5 more. 4 more. It's gonna prove me wrong. Let's say you have to collect your transmit stones and then we get no gold. Oh well. I tried. At least we recorded it, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of Cowrick. I hope you enjoyed the RTA fight. If you guys have any RTA fights you want to share with me, make sure you send them to me in Discord. I hope you all have a great day. Good luck on your summons, and we will see you all next time. Bye for now, guys.